What's going on, my stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host, Terry Z. Welcome to my channel, Buy the Dip. Alright guys, got some real exciting news for you today. And yes, we are talking about the cruises, baby. Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Carnival cruise. Now, there was some huge news out, but not by one of these three cruises. Now, these are the three publicly traded cruises. The big news actually came from MSC Cruises, and they do have some cruises here in the US, but they're trying to sail in the Mediterranean, Caribbean, and Asia cruises. Announcement August 6th. So, as you can see here, they canceled up to October, but they're trying to sail in the Mediterranean. And I follow a cruise channel, which you guys probably heard of them, Don's Family Vacations. This is how I keep up on the cruise stock news. And let's get into this clip and then we'll continue talking about it.
MSC Cruise Lines is trying to begin sailing in the Med. They put in their safety procedures, some very strict protocols. They want to launch 2 ships, and they have put in their procedures to the government. And one of those offers in there, one of those procedures, just might tip everything in their favor.
Okay, so that's pretty leading on there. So what could a cruise line announce to the government in order to get the government possibly on their side to let them sail? What is the one thing, let's say in the United States, that the CDC is worried about? COVID, that is right. So everyone is worried about the Rona. And what can the cruise lines do? So as you can see, what can Carnival do? What can Royal Caribbean do? What can Norwegian do? Now they have all kind of deals going on. I know they just want to get, you can see these specials they're running. It's really crazy. So they want to get your money in, get your deposits. But MSC came up with a pretty much good policy that I think that if the 3 major cruise lines here, Carnival, Royal, and Norwegian would put them in the favor, and this would give the CDC kind of what they want. Let's listen to what Don says here.
Wants to deal with, and especially when the insurance companies are saying, we're not going to cover you. So if you end up in hospital and there's medical bills, who's paying for that, right? If the insurance won't cover it. Well, MSC Cruise Line has put into effect that if anybody comes down and is hospitalized or gets sick with the virus, they will cover all expenses, including medical.
What? MSC announced that if you come down with COVID on the ship, they're going to take the bill. They're going to pay for your medical, your hotel stay to get you back home. That's why they're only letting local people get on the cruise ship, because they don't want someone going over to, say, Greece and get on a cruise from the United States, and they're responsible to get you back home. So let's just say if Carnival would start up cruising and Royal would start up cruising, they're only going to want people from those areas near the port probably to get on the ship if they're willing to cover the medical insurance and the COVID insurance. So you still have to pay for your travel insurance. Now the cruise lines might do a small charge, which I think a lot of people would be fine with in order to get out right now. Like your regular medical insurance is like $100 to $120 for a week on a cruise. Now that covers if you fall and break a leg. But as you saw in those surveys that the CDC put out to people, they wanted to know who could cover the COVID costs, and the CDC wanted the cruise lines to cover the COVID costs. So just like your regular insurance, if the cruise lines would charge each passenger a certain amount of price per the COVID medical, insurance, which they'll cover if you do come down with it, I think it should be mandatory. Everyone has to purchase it. And that way then, the cruise lines have some money. If, certain people come down with it, they can send you home. But that is crazy news, guys. That is huge potential that if this big cruise line, MSC has announced it, it may make the other cruise lines here do the same thing, because one of the big four cruise lines has announced that they are going to cover your medical if you come down with the COVID and you need help. So that is a pretty good insurance policy that the cruise lines is going to cover you. So that is pretty crazy. I'm going to put a link to Don's channel down here, guys, for my stock market people. I follow a lot of his videos. He has a lot of great announcements on cruises. So if you're definitely looking to invest your money in the cruise lines, this is a good YouTube channel to follow, because he's up with all the latest news on the cruise lines. This is one of the channels I followed back for a while now, and this is how I made a good bit of money on my Carnival shares about 4 months ago, when I bought and sold them and made over $2,000. If you guys are interested in how I did that, I can do a breakdown video on that, and comment down below if you want to see that breakdown video. I did that on my Fidelity account, but I can show you here on my Robinhood account what I recently did. If I go here to my messages, now it's not anything big, but still, a profit is a profit. As you can see here, I bought on July 27th 5 shares at $13.77 a share, and then I sold them today because they went up. I sold 5 shares to $15.99 a share, and I got $2.22 profit per share, which gave me a total of $11.10. So hey, making profit on the cruise lines. Who would ever thought you'd be seeing profit on a cruise line? As you can see, man, these cruise lines over here. Whoa, my Archimoto stock's jumping up like crazy. I'll take it. Up 7% today. Let's go. Almost 7%. Okay, but anyway, back to the other videos. You can see a lot of the tech stocks are all dropping. The banks are going up. Go back down here to the cruises. I mean, you know, it's just crazy. Royal Caribbean up 4%. Norwegian up almost 6%, and Carnival up almost, 3%. But I mean, they're up almost like 8 and 10% for the week. This is just today. So that's pretty crazy. So yeah, guys, just wanted to get you that crazy news there, that MSC Cruises is going to cover your COVID. If you come down with the COVID, or if the ship comes down with it, they're going to cover you. Let's just watch a couple more seconds of this here.
Wow. So they're guaranteeing you insurance. They will cover it themselves. So that's a really good incentive, that if you're going to take a cruise in the Mediterranean on any cruise line right now, maybe the MSC cruise line is the one to take it on, because of that insurance policy where they say they will cover all of your expenses for the virus. Not if you break your leg.
Yeah, so as you see there, they're going to cover all COVID related insurance, but you still have to purchase the regular travel insurance in case you get injured. But that is nice to know that if you purchase those insurance, the insurance, that you are covered whether you fall and break a leg or you come down with COVID on the ship. You are covered 100%. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you home. So Norwegian, Royal, and Carnival, I hope you guys are listening to what MSC is doing, because I really want you guys to get back up and running, and that'll be really cool. So alright guys, if you found this video helpful, please smash that like button, comment down below. I'd like to see you guys comment. So alright guys, I'll catch you in the next one, and remember, buy the dip.